Hello, welcome in or welcome back. My name is Star. If you're new here, I am here to help support the souls on their mission back to discovering who they were before the world told them who they ought to be. At the time of me doing this reading, this is a timeless reading, so anytime that you watch this video, there could be a message in here for you. I always encourage everyone to take notes. You can use the comment section for that. You can use a notebook to make it more personalized for you. At the time that I'm doing this reading, we have a Pluto in retrograde. So Pluto is the lord of the underworld. Lots of shadow work happening at this point in time. There is a focus inward, a focus back into the feminine. This yin card here, we have a deeper connection with our femininity. Yeah, what Nemo said. No. We also have this cardinal card that came out here. It says the polarities of your spiritual pursuits and physical pleasures are out of balance, so do whatever is necessary to bring them back into equilibrium. So this shadow work is to help balance or close out cycles. You could be doing ancestral work at this time as well. Lots of internal reflection, hidden desires, past triggers. Examine where you may be giving away your power or holding onto it too tightly. Pluto is retrograde in Aquarius, so rethink how you engage with technology, social structures, and friendship groups. And of course, releasing the past. So working with ancestral traumas, ancestral cycles, closing those out. If you are a generational curse breaker, as they say, I have pre-pulled some cards from a few decks here. If you're interested in knowing what these decks are, we'll go from left to right. We have the Shaman's Dream Oracle here on this side. We have the Vivid Aura Birth cards. I got these in Japan, so you may not be able to find them if you live in America. These are Stephen D. Farmer's Animal Messages from Your Spirit Guides. And these ones here are the Wisdom of the Oracle by Colette Baron Reed. So, already showing to something we already know is that we are moving into this feminine, and something is it could have been out of balance or it could be rebalancing, right? And I recently have been doing some research on the devouring mother archetype. So you could be going through and healing some mother wounds. So the devouring mother archetype, Jungian archetypes in particular, talk about how the womb is a tomb, and it's basically mothers that sort of inhibit their children from growing up and gaining independence, right? So you could be someone experiencing that kind of dynamic with your mother, or maybe you have gotten out of that and you're healing sort of the trauma or the confusion from around that time. Okay, I'm gonna invite you to take a deep breath, okay? So on 3, and we're gonna inhale. 1, 2, 3, inhale. Exhale and let it go. Do one more inhale. Exhale, release. Okay, I'm going to sort of work back this direction. This card is 2, so we're harmonizing our yin and our yang at this time. 222 could also be a significant number that you've been seeing a lot recently. We have with love here. And this person is sitting under this tree here. So moving back into this love. There's lots of pinks here as well, and red. Woodwives, adaptability. Ooh, sorry about that. If I can pick it up. Adaptability. So, learning how to be flexible or flowing with life, right? We have these sort of cycles. Healing isn't linear, right? Healing goes, you kind of move like this, and every time you reach the point, there's one specific point in which when you move around a cycle, you come back to this point, and it's there for you to reflect on what it is that you've changed, or how you've changed, how you've grown, right? I'm hearing, there's this story about falling into a hole, right? You take this route to work every day, and there's a pothole, and in the early stages, when you first started doing this kind of work and taking this road, you would fall into this hole without, you didn't notice it, you didn't know it was there, and you did this for a couple weeks, and you didn't realize that this hole was there, and then eventually you learned, like, okay, there's a hole here. And so you knew where it was, but you kind of forgot because you were distracted or whatever, and you fell into it again for a couple more weeks, right? And then maybe a couple months go by, and you know there's a hole there, and you kind of like, you try to walk around it, but you stumble and you fall and you slip back into the hole, right? And eventually you learn, okay, there's a hole here, maybe I'm just going to take a different route completely, and you go a completely different direction. Okay, that's kind of the energy that I'm tapping into at the moment. It's like you're learning how to adapt to your environment. You're grounding yourself down, and this bird on this branch here, it's like you're not afraid of falling because you're trusting in your own wings, that you have the capability to fly away, or you have the flexibility to change your circumstances. Ooh, I love that. And this love, you're giving so much love to yourself, but you're also pouring into others, right? But you're not doing it, it's like there's no strings attached to your love, because you know that you are love. You are this love. You don't need to get it from anyone else, because you give it to yourself, and you shine so bright, you are able to give that to other people as well. And maybe in the past, with this polarity out of balance here, in the past you were overgiving and you gave too much, and you were kind of overextending yourself and allowing other people to take from you. I had a dream last night of being attacked by vampires, right? I want to say like Twilight. So you could be a fan of Twilight, but yeah, just people sucking from you without your permission. But you've learned how to root yourself in your own divine love. And you've learned how to fly away when you need to. This is really beautiful energy. Let's keep going. Truth be told. Okay. Window to your soul. You're taking off the masks that you used to wear. You have grown wiser. You realized, hey, I need to open the window and let the air in a little bit. Express yourself through rhythm and movement by drumming and dancing. So yeah, move to the beat. You move to the beat of your own drum. I love that we have 2 different birds here as well. 3 different birds. We have the owl as well. You could be a lover of birds. Every time I think of birds, I also think of Hermes, the messenger god, the god of thieves, the god of merchants, the god of gambling. All right, so you could be someone who works with Hermes. You might not be. It's okay if not. I've been noticing maybe you watch birds outside. I personally do that. I like to listen to the messages that the birds have to give. Settled convictions. I'm not quite sure exactly what that means. So we're gonna look at the book. Settled convictions. And since we passed love, it says, I am a being that radiates love just by standing, and that love will eventually come back to me in many forms. So yeah, it's like you don't need to move to gain love. You are love. Love comes to you easily. Let's find this. Settled convictions. It says beliefs. Okay. I am always on the right path. That belief is a noble one to follow. So your soul already knows what it's doing in this life. There's I'm seeing a lot of petals here also in multiple cards. Ooh, there's a face in this open window here. So it's like you're taking off this mask. You're allowing yourself to be seen as you are. You're allowing yourself to give this love freely, this love that you know you are. You're able to stand still in your own power. And I'm seeing in the head space here in both of these cards is this glowing aura. You are deeply tapped in and connected to the universal source of love. That is so beautiful. Feast of plenty. Choices and their consequences. And I see two of swords. I see two swords here. It's like they're sheathed. So you're no longer fighting. You're no longer fighting for love. You're no longer fighting to protect your love. You are a shining, shimmering star. You help to pollinate other people with your love, right? You know how bees go around and they pollinate all the flowers, all these rose petals. You are a pollinator in your community. Just by being who you are, just by embracing the love that you have to give, or the love that you exude. You don't even have to do anything. You just exude this kind of love, right? Just by being present, just by just smiling at somebody, right, can help them activate their heart space. You are a heart activator. It's so beautiful. I'm gonna pull some. These are the Catacorn Tarot. Since I've been feeling very playful recently, so we're gonna pull some of these and see what else wants to come through for this collective reading. I want to thank you so much for being here. I love you so much. We have the Seven of Wands. Which to me feels like a kind of defensiveness. But it's like you're letting your defenses down. You're letting your walls down. You're opening your heart. We have the Eight of Cups. That was also in reverse. You stopped walking away from situations that were difficult. You learned how to stand your ground, right? Without being swept away. This adaptability. You learned how to take chances. You learned how to fall, how to free fall and let the universe hold you. That's so beautiful. Pick this one here. Wheel of Fortune. Yep. There you go. You are helping the world come back into this equilibrium as well. because you've already done this. And your mere existence brings fortune. It's like these cycles that you went through gave you the wisdom that you needed to walk this path that you're on. But it's like you don't even need to walk anymore. You're just sitting still. You shed your skin, you shed the past. This rhythm and movement, drumming and dancing, it's like you're the one moving the wheel now. Right? If you think of like a hamster wheel, you stay in one place while you're moving, but you're creating the cycle. But it's no longer like a negative pattern. It's a new cycle of adaptability. It's like you're able to flow with the changing of the seasons. Ooh, I love that. You're able to flow with the changing of the seasons. You've mastered the art of rhythm. You've mastered the art of balance. Right? And this doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you're a masculine presenting or feminine presenting or whatever. You have both of these aspects within you. And you're aware of that. And you've integrated them in such a way that your mere existence ignites the spark in other people to begin this journey as well. So you could have experienced a lot of kind of attacks. They could have been physical attacks, they could have been verbal attacks, right? Growing up, these people, it's like almost as if ooh it's almost as if other people were against you your entire life, but you've learned how to step into your own power and let down the walls. You realized that the attacks from other people had nothing to do with you, and it had everything to do with the unhealed parts in the person who was doing the attacking, right? This is so beautiful. This is the cycle that you've closed out, right? That defensiveness, the feeling like you're a burden or that you're doing something wrong when you know you're not. You're just so balanced that it's disruptive to somebody who is still out of balance, right? To other people who are still wearing the masks. Because they look at you and they see all of the potential that they could be. They see how connected and how tapped in you are, and they want that, so they try to take it from you without doing any of the work. But they cannot bypass this work, right? And it's not your fault what other people do. Just by you merely existing. Your existence is a gift to this world. And this is beautiful. I think this is the message. I love you guys so much. This is so beautiful. I love reading for you. Thank you so much if you are here. Thank you for letting me read for you. If this resonated for you, I want you to put a heart in the comments. You can share it with a friend if you feel like somebody else needs to hear this. I love you so much. Please continue balancing your shadow and light because the world needs you. The world needs your light. Take care, beautiful ones.